What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the move reaction video. Let's get it, man. We got Larry Legend, man.
Many players underestimated Larry Bird because he looked rather unassuming. So every single time he stepped on the court, he had to earn his respect.
I tell a whole lot of people this when they talk about great players and they bring up Larry Bird. I said, listen, the dude couldn't jump, wasn't fast, wasn't athletic. But you look on the score, the score sheet after the game, he got 25.
Worked hard. There's some guys that can naturally have the skill and they feel like they're the man, but there's always someone behind them working just as harder to perfect that skill and surpass that average skill set that they have because they just naturally have the up advantage at that time temporarily.
10 rebounds, 9 assists, a few steals. I said, the dude just knew how to play.
And in Game 4 of the 1984 NBA Finals, Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar decided that this was his chance to really test Larry Bird's toughness, and he did it in the most disrespectful way possible.
And prayers out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He did have he broke his hip or something like that. Prayers to him. Hope he heals, get better, and be in good shape, and recover successfully,
Kareem, double, Bird fights, Kareem, swings the elbow, and now is yelling at Larry Bird.
I think my man had a little bit of envy in him, just from what I'm seeing, this is just my opinion. A little bit of envy in him, which made it the combative. Okay, it's one thing to compete, but my man Kareem coming off a little bit or a lot of bit combative,
Jaw to jaw. And they better pull him apart.
Bird and Kareem fighting for the rebound, and Kareem hit him with an elbow, and he's upset. Now Bird over there saying, why did you hit me? And Kareem saying, listen, pal, get off my back.
Larry Bird was hit in that jaw, and I guess Kareem drew a little blood.
And by the end of the game, Larry Bird made sure that not only Kareem, but each and every Laker would instantly regret it. But why was there so much animosity between two all-time great players? Well, the first reason is because this was the very first time that Larry Bird's Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers had ever matched up in the playoffs. So the hatred surrounding these two teams had been building for the last 5 years.
And we all know how much we hated them and they hated us.
I hate Larry Bird.
I hated him. I hated Larry. I mean, it just went like that. There's no other word to really use.
What I hated about the Lakers, just the way they walked into a building, man. It's like they wanted to think that they were better than us. And that, I think, created that much more animosity.
And the second reason is because Larry Bird was the greatest trash talker of all time, and the Lakers couldn't handle it.
And then you got that arrogant cock.
Let's call a spade for a spade. Don't dish out something you can't handle. Because the Lakers came off a lot of bit arrogant. Know what I'm saying? And Larry Bird humbly held his ground and stood his ground and uplifted his team. So let's be technical here.
Larry Bird trash talking all the time.
And was he really arrogant? Was he really, really arrogant?
Well, yeah, he could back it up. So when you're arrogant and you can back it up, you're not arrogant. You're just good.
Yeah.
And
no, great.
Larry was good.
Things he would say to you would stick there. I mean, if it was just a simple "Coop, I'm wear you out this play," or face, but he scored 2 points and in your face. He didn't have to go the extra 2 words he'd just say face.
Larry Bird, to me, it was so much fun playing against him because he talked so much shit. He hit you with, you jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this. He hit you with, listen, guys, don't worry about the play. I'm going to go right over here, catch it, and shoot it in y'all face. Ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it.
And he did it.
And he did it. And I remember talking about, he talked a whole lot of shit, but I guess it ain't shit talking if you backing it up.
Yeah, I'm just
talking. At the end of the day, who was really arrogant? Because it seemed like majority of the time, the ones who had this such so-called hate was the ones that couldn't back up their stuff because Larry Bird stopped it, let alone backed up what he was going to say, let alone what he said was very few words. He backed it up without having to do very too much and say very much. You know what I'm saying?
It up.
But before Larry Bird could trash talk the Lakers, He had to trash talk his own teammates for how badly they played the game before.
Hold them accountable.
The 84 finals provided us with so much fodder because it was anticipated. It was 5 years in before Larry and Magic finally had a direct confrontation. And the way that series unfolded, the Lakers earlier bury them in Boston game 1, and the Celtics and only pull out game 2 with Gerald Henderson makes the great steal that saved the game.
It's 113 to 111.
Well, they're going to try and make a steal here, and they got their best defensive team in there right now.
And it goes quickly in now to Magic. Back over to Worthy, and it's picked off. Goes to Henderson, he lays it off and in. It's all tied up. A great play by Henderson.
They get destroyed in game 3.
And here's the LA break. Cooper and Magic Johnson.
Ooh,
the Los Angeles Lakers look like nothing could stop them. The Celtics cannot handle the speed of the Lakers.
That's when Larry came up with the "we need 12 heart transplants," and we played like sissies, quote unquote.
This has to be one of the most decisive routes in championship game history.
We went in the locker room and Larry made the famous statement that we play like sissies.
I mean, you holding them accountable, man. That's the same way like Kobe Bryant, my favorite player, ideology. If you're not working hard and you come out, you don't spend extra hours at practice knowing you need to work on this type of weakness in your game, and you comfortable with being comfortable and being complacent, knowing that you need to still work on some things to be better and be an asset to your team, not be a liability, why would I pass the ball to this man that ain't putting in no work, knowing that and he's very aware of what he needs to work on but doesn't want to put in the work? What I'm going to give you the ball for? I'm going to take matters in my own hand because I worked hard enough for this, and I worked for this, and I continue to evolve, so there's nothing wrong. What I'm trying to get to is Larry Bird holding his team accountable, saying, y'all play like sissies. Y'all need to work and step it up, man. At the end of the day, we got to step it up. We in this, what I'm saying? It's a team sport. But at the end of the day, if I make y'all look bad as Larry Bird, y'all make me look bad. Y'all make me look bad as teammates. So we need to do some working. We need to do some fixing fast. You know what I'm saying?
Called his teammates sissies. Challenged the entire squad.
We got some great players on this team, but we don't have the players with the heart sometimes that we need. Today, when you see Magic slapping high fives and guys going behind their back and shooting layups on us all day long, it seems that somebody would try to put a stop to it. But until we get our hearts where they belong, we're in trouble.
But little did Larry know that Game 4 would be one of the most intense, physical, and hard-fought games in NBA playoff history. And it got ugly.
Why is a shot of...
Come on, man. My man over here drinking olive oil, man. Healthy.
Ugly.
Nothing wrong with it.
The tip controlled by Boston. Going right to the hoop is Cedric Maxwell, and he's fouled. First period, Robert Parrish, who's gone inside, misses outside, but there's Larry Bird with the offensive rebound. Anderson is short with it. Cooper getting the break to Johnson. To Rambis. Ball in the Celtics. Parrish is blocked by Kareem. Bird gets the layup. Boy, how he knifes his way in.
In practice, we said that day that the physicality was going to be ramped up. They wanted to play a pretty game, and damn it, we were going to make it an ugly game.
Now Kareem with McHale guarding.
Why are you going to make it an ugly game for if they just stepped it up, had some heart?
Cooper.
Had some heart back.
Celtics just have not been able to pick up
Now you just doing stuff, bro, because y'all now y'all know y'all intentionally was making an ugly game. So actually what y'all actions is doing is backing up what he's saying, because why my man behind Larry Bird when he inbounding the ball and you should be down there on defense? Bro, what are you doing, bro? You look like a
Larry
clown.
Bird backed up Michael Cooper into the photographer's lane as he got the inbounds pass. 37 steal by James Wilder. And the Lakers open it up again to 11 points. And Casey Jones wants a timeout.
In that game, we said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to be so physical that we're going to stop letting the Lakers have layups. We're going to take that away.
The comment was, this dunk fest is embarrassing. We got to take somebody out.
ML was working on Kevin, and the whole time it's saying,
boy, if I was in that game, I'd go in there and I'd just do something. Kevin's like, yeah. Like one of those, like, yeah. I'll do it.
Johnson is short with it. Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy. Rambis. And now let's watch it. Cooper and the Celtics, and now the bench is empty. He was decked by 2 Celtics and hit the floor hard, and both benches have emptied. And you knew this was going to happen. You could see it coming.
Tell us all, when he clotheslined you like that, what was on your mind?
Well, first of all, it was survival.
Yeah, I could feel that, man. You gotta hit your head, whatever. But basketball, man, anything that happen when you're prone, the competitiveness is at an all-time high, and the physicality part is up too. You know what I'm saying?
Thing I kind of saw
was your feet in the air.
It was my foot. It looked like it almost hit the rim.
Yeah.
So I'm coming down. So I got up.
I ain't hit no rim, bro. It would have just hit the net. Now you exaggerating.
Evan McKellen, I'm just gonna go run and jump and throw a fist as hard as I can, just wring his neck out there, do whatever I could to get back at him, because it's not a basketball play.
Right.
It was an unfortunate incident. It was just a case of 2 people running in opposite directions, and I reached out to grab him like this, and he was running so doggone fast that my arm just kept going. I couldn't get my other hand around him to grab him. I did try to grab him. I've stated this before. If there's anybody on that team I wouldn't want to hurt, it's Kurt.
You see it, I saw it. In my mind, that was as flagrant a foul as I've ever seen.
The funny thing about that whole episode was that, I just go to the free throw line and shoot my 2 free throws, and the game goes on.
Right.
No replay, no ejections, no fines, no nothing. Just go back and play.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? No instant replays, no eject.
Yeah, man, just continue. Hard grit competitive basketball. And also, why would they stop it? Good for TV ratings too, from a business perspective.
No fines. They just settled it on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you love that there was a physical play in a game that is a signature play, not a slam dunk, and I love the animosity. The physicality in the NBA should be a lot more than it is at Sports Fitness Club of LA.
When you can't catch something, you got to knock it down, to slow it down, and that's what they did. And just all hell broke loose.
Kareem, double. Bird fights. Kareem swings the elbow, and now is yelling at Larry Bird. Jaw to jaw. And they better pull him apart.
Bird and Kareem fighting for the rebound. And Kareem hit him with an elbow, and he's upset. Now Bird over there saying, "Why did you hit me?" And Kareem saying, "Listen, pal, get off my back."
Larry Bird was hit in that jaw, and I guess Kareem drew a little blood.
You would have threw Kareem out of this game. You think about
Right.
it. He would have been thrown out of the game for the elbow. Kevin McHale would have been out of the game. So the new NBA, if you put this tape right now and make some of these guys watch.
Well, the new NBA, man, they would basically get ejected. No question about it. And instant replay.
NBA, who are in the NBA right now, watch this and they go, "Oh my God. This was grown-ass man basketball."
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Larry Bird got his revenge.
Back then, and I get what he's saying. There's the physicality in the NBA, being the top of the league, the top of the line basketball, and the top players, throughout throughout the country or whatever, playing grown men basketball. Grown men basketball should not be just as much or more competitive at a LA Fitness, a local gym, compared to the NBA, where it's representing, the USA, let alone American basketball, to the top of the line. You know what I'm saying? So I get where you're coming from.
Iconic playoff games in NBA history, and he did it while giving the Lakers a master class in the art of trash talk.
The dude.
Okay.
Sorry about that, family. Sorry for the delay. Let's continue.
The dude would just tell you where he's going, shoot it in your face, talk shit to you, and run back down the floor.
From outside, it's up to 4 once again with 1:34 remaining. Here's Bird, long range over Cooper, and the net didn't even tumble.
And he did that to us in the finals. He was like, "Guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right over here to the corner. I'm going to catch the ball, I'm going to shoot it, and ain't shit y'all can do about it."
Get a technical.
The tip controlled by the Celtics. Here's Bird going for three, and he has it to take this lead. McHale misses. Bird goes up and is fouled. Larry Bird is fouled. Kareem is upset. It's been a common scene tonight here in game number 4.
And basketball, to me, is a psychological game. It's a game that you get into somebody else's head. And you get into somebody else's head because you can talk them out of their game. If you're a real player, you don't let nobody talk you out of the game. You just
And that's why I say Larry Bird was very strategic when he did what he did and said what he said with very few words, because at the end of the day, he rented real estate in your mind for free. And it depends on he was a person that could back up what he was going to do, let alone what he was going to say. It's going to ring in your head, and you're going to remember it because it's going to stick to you, just like Michael Cooper just said in the beginning.
Okay, all right. I'll see you in about 2 minutes, brother. Don't worry about it.
Our reaction was too personal. We should have reacted as a team on the court. We tried to deal with it personally and individually, and that didn't work for us.
Magic with 7, with 6. Magic takes the ball and they throw. Magic throws it away. Look at this. 3 seconds. Intercepted by Parrish. Magic threw it right to Parrish.
Tragic Johnson's what we called him then, because he made a couple of bad plays.
35 seconds remain. We're in overtime. Tied at 123. He misses the first. Johnson misses them both. Bird the rebound, and the Celtics want a timeout.
And with the score tied up with 34 seconds to go in overtime.
Damn, they already got their heads down, so they already lost mentally, so they lost already.
Bird gives us one of the signature moments of his entire career.
Dennis, he told me this one story. We were playing, I guess it was in 84, 85, one of the series, but Casey Jones was drawing up a play. And Larry was kind of like watching, and then finally Larry said, "Hey, coach, give me the fucking ball till everybody get out the way." I love that story because that's dominance there. That's some shit only great ones say.
We're in overtime, tied at 123.
Casey drawn up the play for coming out of the huddle, and Larry turned and said, "You guys want to win the game? Just give me the ball and get out the way."
But here's Henderson with it. 18 on the shot clock. I think the Celtics will use most of the clock here.
Come on, man. He got the player down. He cut to the basket. He's cutting. You know, he's moving, transition. Give him the ball already.
A steal by Worthy. Dennis Johnson with Cooper all over him. He can't do a thing. Bird turnaround, hits. And the Boston Celtics have even...
The defender couldn't stay in front of Bird, so he couldn't get the ball.
NBA World Championship Series at 2 games apiece. And those who are writing the obituary can just pause.
He was just one of those guys that he just had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he had it, and I saw it in college, and obviously saw it a whole lot closer when we get a chance to play against the Celtics. He was the biggest trash talker back in the day, but he would back it up.
The Celtics won that series, which was Larry Bird's second championship in 5 years. And at that moment, Magic Johnson understood who was really the best basketball player in the sport.
Will have been on winning teams in 6 of those 7 years. Is Larry Bird, in your mind, the greatest player in the game today?
But no question, he's the best playing right now. He does so many things. He shoots inside, he shoots outside. He can pass, he can rebound. And I think people misunderstand Larry because his awareness and smarts of the game is what makes him, not everything else that he does, but his just as smart of the game, knowing what to do at what time of the game.
And as far as Kareem is concerned, I think it's safe to say that he learned his lesson, because after that, Kareem never disrespected Larry Bird ever again.
Well, you know what they say, sometimes you gotta check somebody and they'll never bother you again, right?
Who was the best player you played against?
The best guy I played against might have been, Larry Bird. The chubby white guy, he wore us out, man. Because this muscle here, the one between his ears, that was his best, because he made the 3-pointers and he had assists and rebounded, steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court. One of the great players, I had the opportunity to play against.
Well, a legend knows a legend, right? There's nothing but the utmost respect from man to man at that point. You give the man the utmost respect. Wise men are in a council of other wise men, right? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. On that note, family, peace.